Hi, everyone. Welcome to our latest edition of the Mindset Minute. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the stories we tell ourselves and the meaning that we give to the circumstances that unfold around us. Now, when I'm talking about the stories, I'm really talking about the meaning that we provide about ourselves or about certain circumstances. So we have this challenge unfold and we say, well, that challenge happened because it must mean fill in the blank. So a lot of times I'm hearing people say, well, this situation, unfolded the way that it did. So it must mean I'm not good with money, or it must mean I'm irresponsible, or it must mean that I'm terrible in relationships, or it must mean that I'm not cut out for business. Now, all of those beliefs are basically a regurgitation of what you're believing up here. So every single time you say, well, it must mean that X, Y, and Z, then you are reinforcing those negative thought patterns that are already in your mind. So if you actually want to live in a different reality or have a different outcome, then you have to start telling a different story. And what I mean by that is take a moment and look at the stories that you're telling, right? You didn't get a part in this movie that you want to play, or you didn't get the job that you really wanted, or the client didn't sign up with you. Instead of using all of those experiences to mean something bad about you and mean that you're never going to reach your goals, I want you to tell a different story, to tell a more empowered story, to take the power away from that negative thought pattern and put it towards something that's going to work for you and help you actually create a different reality. Because remember, every thought that we think, everything that we are doing on a daily basis, the thoughts that we're thinking, the autopilot thoughts, the negative self-talk, the stories that we're telling, the meaning that we're giving to certain things, all of those things add up, and it basically creates the reality that we're living. So if we're consistently saying, I'm stuck, right? I'm never going to get there. This must mean that I'm never, going to do this, or I'm not worthy of doing X, Y, Z. If we're continually giving energy to that, then we're never going to see a different reality. So where you have to start is up here, right? I talk about this all the time, but this is an exercise that you can do at any time, anywhere, no matter who's around, okay? So basically what you do is you pay attention, you become the observer in your body and in your mind, and you look at these certain circumstances and you catch yourself. You become aware of the stories that you're telling. So today I want you to grab a pen and a paper. I want you to think about the stories that you've told about yourself when it comes to money. What stories are you telling about yourself that, have to do with your career or relationships or your life purpose or business, right? Love. What are the stories that you're telling? Now, it's likely not going to be too hard to kind of identify what comes up in those areas because it's something that you're practicing all the time. So grab a pen and paper. I want you to write down the stories that you're telling. Simple sentence will do about each of those areas. Then I want you to change the story. I want you to change the inner dialogue. So I want you to change it from this circumstance means I'm not, good with money. That's the story that I'm telling myself, to I'm learning and growing in the area of my abundance, right? I am learning to accept and embrace more abundance, whatever the story is. But I want you to shift and change those stories to something that's going to serve you and help you really grow and expand in your daily thought process and in your life, okay? Remember that you have the control over what goes on up here. You just have to become the observer to understand what's already going on up there and really commit to the process of identifying what's unfolding so that you can choose the thoughts that you want to think. Choose the beliefs that you want to actually manifest in your external reality, because everything that we're doing on any given day is actually manifesting in front of us, right? So we have to stand in our power and get to that place where we are actually creating what we choose to create because we start shifting what's up here. Make sense? All right, guys, I've gone over my minute, but this was a really, really important one. So if you have questions or, want to know more about what this story is, or, you have questions about the mindset piece, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook, or you can reply to this post or this email if you are receiving an email from me. The other thing I want to let you know is that if you're interested in more mindset work, remember I do have a couple spots left in my head case program, one-on-one coaching for mindset mastery. And if it's something that you don't know what I'm talking about or you're unsure, feel free to reach out and ask. I'm happy to give you some additional details and chat with you about that. But if you are interested, make sure that you reach out to me because registration is going to close on Friday, and I want to make sure that everyone that wants to get in, that is meant to get in, has an opportunity to do so, okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to learn a bit more about your mindset. But remember, listening and watching these videos is a little bit pointless if you're not actually doing the exercises after that. So I am going to assume that you are going to hop off this video and you are going to get to work and take those action steps, okay? Have a great rest of your day, and remember that what is going on up here is actively creating everything in your reality. So make sure that you're feeding your mind with amazing things and that you're shifting the story to something that's a bit more empowering for you, okay? Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.